Hi there, everybody. Welcome to another album review. My name is Christian Eschbach. All right, everybody. I managed to find two more bands to do preview reviews for this weekend. And the first band up is going to be King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard with their new album coming out, Phantom Island. Phantom Island, I had to do a little research because if you're one of my regular viewers, you know I have not listened to a lot of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I'm on the fence about how much I want to change on that. I've only reviewed one album so far, and that one album I reviewed I said was the wrong album for me to start with. The research I've done, did a little research. This was recorded at the exact same time as Flight B741. And I believe, based on what I can see, is probably supposed to be a follow-up. It looks like it was two potential concept albums, I'm thinking. That's how it feels based off of what I'm seeing here. If I'm wrong, let me know down below, but this really feels like this is supposed to be two concept albums that are following together. Three songs, two videos, three songs have been released. First song released off the new album as a single is the album's title track, Phantom Island. Out of the three singles I've listened to, that is the one that grabbed my attention the least and surprises me that it was released as a single. It is definitely a great album track, and based on the track listing, it looks like it's the first song up on the album, so that's really cool that way. But there's where am I going with this? It doesn't have a commercially vibe to it. It doesn't have a great single vibe, great instrumental vibe. It would be like if Alice Cooper had released most of the Schools Out album outside of Schools Out and Gutter Cats versus the Jets as singles. Like really good songs, but not necessarily singles per se. Blue Turk specifically is kind of what I'm thinking of, I think, on that one, yeah. And then going on here, so moving on to the other singles, we've got Dead Stick, which was released about a month ago. I really like Dead Stick. I actually thought it was a really good tune. Great choice to release as a single. The whole way around, I thought it was a really enjoyable tune. And that one is enough to make me go, maybe, just maybe, I might look into purchasing this album. I'm not sure yet. The first single I ran across, though, was Grow Wings and Fly, which was only released, according to the YouTube here, about 9 days ago. And Grow Wings and Fly, the video, great body horror. I have issues with body horror where it shows big open pustules on the face and things coming out of them. It really irks me. But the makeup effects in the video are fantastic. The whole video itself was really intriguing. The song itself I was kind of enjoying as well. But out of the three songs I've listened to, Dead Stick is the one that's got my attention the most. But I think that's just because it was the most upbeat. Grow Wings and Fly is one of those songs that definitely, not going for puns or anything like that, but would grow on you. A couple listens for sure, and it would easily be one of those songs that you'd really enjoy. And because I haven't covered much from King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, I really don't have much to say or much perspective to go off of here other than these songs. And based off these songs, it's not bad. I would definitely give the album a shot myself, but that's only to listen to. I don't know if I'd go out and buy it. There's just something there that's not quite hitting me right to say, I gotta go buy this album. But that's because I haven't gotten into King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard yet. So that's kind of where I'm at here. Give me a second. We're going to come back around. I'm going to go over the rest of the track listing just because I don't have it here in front of me. Feel a strange glow coming from beneath. Oh, no. Okay, so I just put the laptop down here. So track listing, we've got Phantom Island, which I've already covered. I think that's going to be the right start to the album to set the tone. Dead Stick, which makes sense as a follow up, works perfectly there. Then you got Lonely Cosmos, Eternal Return, Panpsych, Space Sick, Aerodynamic, Sea of Doubt, Silent Spirit, and the album finishes off with Grow Wings and Fly. The whole way around, that has a real kind of cool vibe and sound to it. So, I think it could be a really good album, and I think it could be worth really checking out. It's not currently on my list, but that's just my list, folks. Anyways, I know I'm kind of selling or putting this album down a little bit, only because I'm not selling it, but that's only because my experience with King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Let's just be very clear. I've covered one album, and it was a live album, and I knew nothing about the band, and so going off these singles, if you were into this band, I could see you going out and buying this album. Okay, it amazes me how many albums these guys have released. This is supposed to be their 25th album or something like that. 27th. 27th studio album. And this band has not been around anywhere near that long. So, this is a band that obviously is constantly in the studio, writing, recording, just releasing everything. It's Frank Zappa-esque kind of idea where, just everything's on the table, which is really cool that way. I really do have to get into some King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. So let me know down below where I should go and what album I should start with. Should I just start with this one and work my way backwards? I don't know. That's a thing. That's a possibility. What are your thoughts about this album coming out? Are you looking forward to it? I don't know. Let me know down below. Like button, subscribe button, bell for notifications. There's a couple links down below. Check those out as well, folks. Otherwise, peace, love, take care, and I'll see you in the next review. Or preview, I guess.